Let's see, top. Should we look at, has it been like a month? Can I do top from the month? I think I can. Do I have the proper setup? My face is kind of in the wrong place. Let's begin shitty aquariums. It has been a long time since I have looked at the terrible things that r/shitty aquariums has to offer. And by the way, I can curse now. Did you guys know that YouTube updated their monetization policy? And as long as you don't drop an F-bomb in the first 7 seconds of the video, and the cursing isn't excessive throughout the video, you can't be demonetized for cursing. So now that we're 7 minutes in the video, I can say fuck, and it's cool. All right, let's look at what Shitty Aquariums has to offer in the month or so that I have not been in here. Sad. Jesus. What is even going in there? Like anchovies or something? Holy fuck, that is a lot of monster fish. In such a tiny tank, bro. My god. F word, he can't effing say that. I don't know why monster fish keepers have this thing. Monster fish keepers, for some reason, feel like more privileged than normal fish keepers in some way. Like normal fish keepers follow some like laws of like, even if it's like dumb and doesn't actually make sense, some law of how many fish per gallon. But for some reason, monster fish keepers just don't do that. They just don't respect that boundary whatsoever. Because if you looked at like the size of these fish per the amount of gallons, I'm pretty sure there's like no ratio that people even use with like goldfish that would make sense at all with this amount of fish. Just, I guess because they keep the water clean, they just assume that, I don't know what the thought process is. It's probably because it's so expensive to have more than this. Like if you want to have monster fish, it's kind of like an addiction. You get a big ass gar and you're like, oh, that's cool. Now I have a monster fish. I have a big ass gar. And then you're like, oh, but I want a catfish. And oh, I want another catfish. And oh, I want a red tail cat. And oh, I want a stingray. And setting up multiple gigantic tanks, even one gigantic tank would really like not be enough. I mean, this is a gar, bro. It's an open water fish, but it's just cheaper to put them all in one thing. This looks like a display at like a restaurant or something though. Yeah, it's weird.
Today I went to Petco to buy my first fish. My budget was only $50. I started to look around and there were so many options. I was searching for an hour and then I finally decided what I wanted. I decided to get this awesome freshwater puffer fish. It came out to be $7. I then went to Walmart to look for a cheap tank, and I found this 1.5 gallon starter kit for only $25.
Wow.
I then had to buy some gravel and some plants, and that came out to be $12.
Oh
yes,
yes, some plants.
I started assembling the tank. It was actually pretty satisfying.
Rip puffer fish.
I then got them acclimated, and I put them in the tank.
Oh, so you put him in a 1.5 gallon cylinder with no lid, fake plants and aquarium gravel. But don't worry, you acclimated him to the water. So you did enough research to know that you need to acclimate him to the water, but not enough research to know that this is fucked up.
He was a little nervous at first, but once he got used to it, he was chilling. Comment down below what you think we should name him.
Probably shouldn't name him because he'll be dead soon. Not worth it. Shark Tank wrapped
just got to cover
marble.
all the pillars.
What?
Fred, what do you think about the new lights, mate? Happy? Fred? You good? Fred.
What the fuck? Don't tap
You
on
good?
glass.
You're not happy. See you, Fred.
What the fuck was that? Why is he so unenthusiastic about the fact that he has this gigantic tank? Dude, you could do so much cool stuff with this tank. You could do so much cool. Look at how huge this tank is. You could do so much cool stuff. Why do you have to put a giant grouper and sharks in a fish tank, bro? And a square tank, by the way. Nice shark you've got in your square tank here. That'll go well, I'm sure. I'm sure nobody has ever talked about the fact that you shouldn't put sharks in square tanks. That would be crazy. Really disappointed to see this at my local vet's office. What's in there? Is it a dwarf frog? Bro, I think I've told this story before, but we had, I think maybe even this exact tank with an African dwarf frog in it on the back of our toilet as a kid. And I never really, I mean, I was like, huh, that's small, but you know, I guess my sister knows what she's talking about and has, you know, the dwarf frog in good conditions. But this is genuinely, it was literally this exactly, but it was on the back of the toilet. And so the frog would watch the back of your head whenever you would use the toilet, I guess. Oh yeah, we saw this. This is the hotel fish. Alone in your room, want company, rent a fish. Amazing. If you're lonely in your hotel, you can rent a goldfish in a bowl. I'm sure that the goldfish being in the bowl isn't stressful enough. Maybe we should move him from room to room. That will definitely make him feel better. Why is he in there? How did you get him in there? And why are you feeding him expensive goldfish? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a full-on snapping turtle. Wait, is this how snapping turtles hunt? They just open their mouths and wait for something to be dumb enough to swim into it? Surely he's gonna bite one, right? I kind of want to see him munch. This is a tiny-ass tank, by the way. Look, he, like, front to back, he takes up the entire tank. I thought it was a rock at first. Snapping turtles are cool looking. There he goes. Wow, fish are dumb. There's snapping turtles in my local creeks. Okay, he's kind of cute. But, like, come on, why is he in such a tiny tank? My only hope is it's like a feeding tank and he has like an outdoor pond. I don't know, snapping turtles are supposed to have big-ass ponds. There's like an 80-year-old snapping turtle. This thing will outlive you. There's an 80-year-old snapping turtle that lives in my local creek that I've like photographed a bunch of times at different points throughout the creek. She's huge. Pretty sure it's a female. She's huge. And you just like find her randomly chilling at different points in the creek. They like to move up and down and have that big territory. If you have cats, great idea, I didn't know what to do. I caught my cat peeing in my tank. It dripped through the cracks. I was losing fish, couldn't figure out why. So my quick thinking did this so I have no problems now. What? You put your fish tanks in a rabbit cage so that your cats can't pee in your fish tank? What is this? This is literally the Animal Crossing fish tank. So true. Losing fish as in they were dying, or losing fish as in your cat was eating them? Fish prison. What did they do? Naughty fish go to fish prison. Yeah, I don't know why people think having a cat and having fish is ever gonna work well together. Dogs and fish are usually fine. Cat and fish, just not the vibe. What the hell? Jesus, are those neon tetras? Wow. Do you think you have enough in that tank? Hopefully that's just for dramatic effect and they'll take them out of the tank soon, but I don't have high hopes that that is the truth. Bro thought he upgraded. Oh, wait, this is an update on the pufferfish guy. This is an update on the guy of the pufferfish. Okay, so he probably learned, right? He's doing better now.
Landed on Puff Daddy. I was also getting a lot of hate saying the tank was too small. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and bought this 10-gallon tank for $10.
SpongeBob's house, and we're eventually going to add Squidward and Patrick's house. And here's Puff Daddy eating. Like and follow for updates on Puff.
I mean, a 10-gallon tank is better. We're improving in the right direction. I don't actually know the species of pufferfish, though. If it's the porcupine puffer, you're definitely going to need more than 10 gallons in the end. Also, yeah, the aquarium gravel. How do you have a nice filter and bubbler and not have just real plants or something alive or places to hide or so forth? You don't need Squidward's house or SpongeBob's house. I don't think that was the problem that people had. Look, it even came with a nice rock structure. Why don't you utilize that? That would be nice. It's fake, but at least it's a nice rock structure. I'm sure Puff Daddy, which I hate to say, would like that. Does it look like a porcupine puffer? I don't know. It looks kind of small. I don't know what they look like when they're small, though. No, it doesn't really look like a porcupine puffer to me. I don't know what pufferfish it is. The only really aquarium pufferfish I've seen are porcupine puffers and then pea puffers. So I don't know what this is exactly. I'm sure someone knows. And then my guess is that it gets a decent size. All right, that's enough mind-numbing aquariums for today. Whoa.